Every single person is adding AI to their business right now. And honestly, most of them are adding it in the wrong place. High ticket buying decisions are built on trust, but the close itself needs a human being. And trust is built through real conversations, through someone feeling genuinely heard and understood. The moment a prospect senses that they're talking to an automation, they will sense it, trust me, because you do. That trust evaporates.
AI is not the problem. Broken customer journeys are. In episode 77, Natasha breaks down where AI actually increases revenue and where it quietly destroys trust inside your business. If you want
Hey everyone, listen, every single person is adding AI to their business right now. And honestly, most of them are adding it in the wrong place. So they're automating things that should be human. They're using AI to try to replace the connection that actually closes deals. And what happens, right? They speed up the process of losing leads and clients they never knew they lost. So, hey, welcome back to the Digital Shift. I'm your host, Natasha Robertson, Customer Experience and Strategy Officer here at Selfmade. Today, I'm going to give you the real talk on AI and your customer journey, not the hype version, the version I've seen work and the version I've seen blow up in people's faces. All right. So we're talking about 3 specific places AI should live inside your customer journey, and one place where if you put AI in, it will quickly and quietly kill your conversions and you won't even know why. All right. So let's get into it. Here's the one thing about AI in business. Everybody's talking about it, but very few people are using it strategically. All right. What I see most of the time is people just sprinkling AI on top of a broken system and hoping it fixes things. Well, it doesn't, right? AI is not going to fix a broken problem. Okay. It's not going to fix broken. AI amplifies what's already there. So if your customer journey is clean, AI makes it faster, smarter, and more scalable. If your customer journey is messy, leads falling through the cracks, inconsistent follow-up, and no real nurture strategy, AI just speeds all of that up. You just fail faster. So now, if you're using Go High Level or GHL, you already have one of the most powerful platforms available for building a real customer journey. GHL is the infrastructure, AI is the amplifier, all right? But you have to know where to plug it in. So today, I'm walking you through exactly 3 places where AI belongs in your GHL customer journey, and I'm going to be very specific because vague advice doesn't build businesses. Am I right? Right? Place number 1 is speed to lead response. All right. And this is the single highest return on investment place you can deploy AI in your entire business right now. And let me tell you why. Studies show that if you respond to a new lead within the first 5 minutes, you are 100 times, not 10 times, 100 times more likely to connect with that lead than if you wait 30 minutes. 100 times. Now ask yourself, what does your current response time look like? Okay. Are you getting back to new leads in 5 minutes? Most business owners I talk to are getting back to leads in hours, some days. And by then, the lead has already talked to 3 other competitors of yours. All right. This is where AI is an absolute game changer inside GHL. You can set up an AI powered trigger that fires the second a new lead comes in. Doesn't matter if it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. and sends a personalized, intelligent response via SMS, email, DM, right? Within seconds. All right. So, and here's what's critical about what that AI says. It should not be selling. It should be qualifying and connecting. Something like this, right? Hey, Susie, I saw you grabbed whatever the opt in was. I wanted to personally reach out with the biggest challenge and ask you what's the biggest challenge you're dealing with right now in their business or in the area they're seeking support with, right? That question does two things. One, it makes the lead feel like a real human reached out. Two, it gets them to respond. And the moment they respond, your GHL workflow tags them, categorizes them with their response, and either hands them off to a human or routes them into the right nurture track automatically. Crazy, right? This is what massive automation actually looks like in real business, not just blasting people with emails, an intelligent, responsive system that moves leads forward while you sleep. All right. So, place number 2. This one is where most businesses have the biggest gap and they don't even know it. The space between when somebody opts in, they raise their hand, and when they actually buy. That's called the nurture phase, all right? And for most businesses, this is the wasteland. All right. They've got the lead magnet, maybe a welcome email, and then nothing. Or worse, they got a generic drip sequence that sends the same 5 emails to every single person, regardless of what that person has shown interest in. We have tons of lead magnets. Every single lead magnet has its own nurture sequence. Why? Because they're different. They seeked out a solution that's different than the other lead magnet has a different solution, right? And here's what AI lets you do differently, okay? Instead of a one size fits all sequence, you can build behavior-based nurture inside of GHL. And what, based on what pages they visited, what emails they opened or didn't open, what didn't click on, AI uses those signals to adjust what gets sent next. Someone clicks the link about your coaching program 3 times. That's a signal. AI flags that. GHL triggers a specific follow-up sequence just for that person. Why? Because they were interested in that specific thing, that link, right? You didn't have to manually watch anything. The system did the work. Now, here's something I want to call out because it matters absolutely a lot, right? All right, is tone. This is where a lot of AI nurture falls apart. The content might be personalized, but it reads like a robot wrote it. And people can feel that. Even if they can't put their finger on exactly why, something feels off and they disengage. When you're setting up AI generated follow-up content, you have to train it in your voice. You have to put the time in to train it, okay? Feed it examples of your best emails, of your best social media posts, the way you actually talk, because automated and automated but human are 2 completely different experiences for your lead. One builds trust, the other erodes it. All right. So I've been in a couple sequences lately with some very, very well known people in the coaching world. And I loved their content. And in the last 2 to 3 months, it shifted and I don't love their content. It's not them. It's AI 100%. I appreciate it. I use it every single day. I want you to. But I also want you to really think through how you are using it. Is it your voice, or are you just trying to get a task done? Are you just trying to get an email written, right? Take some time with it, right? Because when you do it right, behavior-based triggers, personalized content, your voice, your nurture sequence stops feeling like a funnel and starts feeling like a conversation. And conversations convert. We all know that, right? And so I want to talk to you about this last one, the place number 3. And this is where it's going to make people money the fastest when they implement it, okay? Reactivation of dead leads. Can I say it again? Reactivation of dead leads. Right now, sitting in your GHL account or in your CRM, there is a list of people who raised their hand at some point. They opted in, they filled out a form, they booked a call and didn't show. They downloaded your freebie and then nothing happened. Life got in the way. The timing wasn't right. Your follow-up wasn't consistent or whatever reason. They just simply went cold. Most business owners look at that list and write those people off. I want you to look at that list a little bit differently, okay? You already paid to acquire that lead through ads, through content, through your time, your energy, right? That's already spent money. Those people are not dead, they're dormant. And AI can wake them up. Here's what an AI powered reactivation campaign looks like inside GHL, okay? You segmented your cold leads, right? Say anyone who hasn't engaged in 60 to 90 days, you create a short, simple sequence, 3 to 5 touch points. 3 to 5, that's short. Should I say that again? 3 to 5 is short sequence. You're probably not even doing that for your long sequence. All right, so those 3 to 5 touch points, that doesn't try to sell anything. It just reopens the conversation. Let me say that again. It doesn't try to sell anything. It just reopens the conversation. Something like this, right? Hey, I know it's been a while. I wanted to check in. Has anything changed for you in your business recently? That's it. No pitch, no pressure, just genuine re-engagement. What AI does here is make sure those messages go out consistently at the right time to the right person, and then routes any responses back into the active pipeline automatically. You're not manually going through the list of 500 cold leads. GHL and AI handle the labor. You just have to have the conversations that come back warm, right? Yep, you just gotta have those conversations come back warm. I've seen businesses generate tens of thousands of dollars from a single reactivation campaign of leads that they had completely forgotten about. It is absolutely the closest thing to free money that exists in your business, okay? Right now. So, all right. Now we get to the part that most people skip, and it's the most important thing I'm going to say today. Here's where AI will hurt you if you're not careful. Number one, do not use AI to close. I want to be really direct about this.
Hey, quick pause before we continue, because if you're listening to this podcast and thinking, I love the strategy, but the tech still feels overwhelming, you're not alone. That's why Tech Savvy School exists. Tech Savvy School is where entrepreneurs learn how to actually build the systems behind a scalable business. Funnels, automations, workflows, and tools explained in plain language, step by step. No guessing, no duct taping platforms together anymore, just clarity and confidence with the tech that supports your growth. This podcast helps you think differently about your business. Tech Savvy School helps you implement what you're learning. If you're ready to stop feeling stuck on the tech side of things in your business, visit techsavvyschool.com and explore the trainings. All right, let's get back to the episode.
Super direct on that, okay? If you're selling anything high ticket, coaching, done for you services, consulting, anything where the investment is significant, to close, the close has to be human. Period. If you want to close a high ticket, it has to be human. Period. High ticket buying decisions are built on trust, and trust is built through real conversations, through someone feeling genuinely heard and understood. The moment a prospect senses they're talking to an automation, they will sense it. Trust me, because you do. That trust evaporates, right? You absolutely can have the best AI sequence in the world leading up to the close, but the close itself needs a human being, okay? Number two, do not automate a broken funnel. I said this at the top of the podcast because it bears repeating so much, because I see it constantly. If people are falling off at your booking page, if your show up rate is terrible, if people are getting to the call and not being pre-qualified, those are human problems. Those are funnel problems. Those are strategy problems. AI will not fix them. It will make them happen faster and at a greater scale. And you don't want that, right? So get the foundation right first, map out the customer journey, fix the leaks manually, Understand why people are dropping off before you automate anything. Then layer in the AI to scale what's already working. Make sense? Okay, so number 3 is going to be generic AI messaging with no brand voice. Oh, this drives me crazy. Your AI sounds like every other business in your space. If it sounds like it was seriously just literally pulled from a ChatGPT template with a name swapped out, it is actively hurting your brand. People's inboxes are full of that, and you need to stand out, not blend in. The businesses that win with AI are the ones that use it as an extension of their personality, all right? Not a replacement for it. Your voice, your energy, your specific way of positioning your offer, and it has to come through even when AI is doing the heavy lifting. So let's bring this all home. 3 places AI belong in your customer journey. 1, speed to lead response. Be the first one to reach out every single time, no matter when the lead comes in. 2, behavior-based nurture. Stop sending the same email to everyone and start letting your leads' actions, their behavior, tell you what to send next. 3, reactivation. Go back to that list of cold leads and listen. Start a real conversation. The money is already there. And remember, keep AI out of your close, out of your broken systems, and always make sure AI is in your voice. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, I have GHL, I know I'm not using it this way, and I don't even know where to start, that's exactly who we work with. That's exactly our students, right? And we have a discovery call that you can book, and it is built specifically for figuring out, finding the clarity of what should I do, and are you in self-made the best place to do that? So we get on a call, we look at your current structure, your current wins, your current struggles and gaps, and we're going to identify those things. And we will show you exactly how our business, how our tech savvy mentors can support you, help you fix those automations with your specific business, not a cookie cutter framework, right? Your business. So you can book that call at self-made.biz/discovery call. The link is in the show notes. Go book it. It's 15 minutes. Let's get some clarity to see if we are a good fit to work together, because we want to help you scale your business, use AI in the best way possible, and get you from where you are to where you want to be in half the time or faster. All right. So if this sounds like something that you are like, I need this, book the call, right? So that's it for today. If this episode gave you something to think about, share it with another entrepreneur who needs to hear it. And I'll see you on the next podcast.
If you're getting value from these conversations, don't let this be the only episode that you listen to. Every episode of this podcast is designed to help you build a smarter business, one with real systems behind the scenes, not just ideas, motivation, or hustle. We break down what's actually working right now when it comes to automation, content, follow-up, and scaling without the burnout. If you want to see how all of this comes together in real life, I highly recommend watching the Self-Made Hub demo. Inside the Self-Made Hub, you'll see how entrepreneurs turn content into leads, and leads into conversations, and conversations into consistent sales using simple automated systems that don't feel overwhelming or cold. You can watch the demo anytime at self-made.biz/demo. Then queue up another episode, because the shift doesn't happen from one conversation. It happens when you start connecting all the dots.
And I'll see you in the next episode.